You're a yummy donut. I love and appreciate you. Bottomless were the exact feelings we had during the crypto bear market. Bottomless. That was the title of Arthur Hayes' article. Bottomless, friends, was being thrown out everywhere in crypto. This is where we learn. This is where we sharpen our cucumbers and we make sure that we won't repeat the mistakes of the bulls at the tops and also the bears at the bottoms. During the crypto bear market, we had feelings of despair in November 2022. I even put this collage together. It's basically a step into the time machine. This is fantastic. You won't be able to see all the text here, but boy, is it crazy. You know, in the very top left here, this was literally the low, friends. This is November 15th. Look at November 15th. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. November 15th, the low. You see that? I know you see that. I love and appreciate you, by the way. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. You're shocking the algorithm, family friendly show. You see that bottom? Look at this. Look at this. I know you love bottoms. In the top left, friends, US economist Peter Schiff says, this is not a crypto winter. This is a crypto extinction. Look where he said it. The bottom. You can't get more bottomy than this bottom. You see, there is an edge in reading the crowd. I want to know how everybody is feeling. We follow the Wall Street cheat sheet. And I think it's fantastic that we can pump the music while we look at it. Depression. I think it's reasonable to assume that since the cycles of emotions are repeating for humans, it's probably going to continue up optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria again. There's only one caveat, and that is it might not happen at the prices we expect. It could be a lot higher or a lot lower. We don't know. It depends. One of my friends asked me, how are we ever not going to get euphoric when we're going up? How aren't we going to get euphoric at $80,000 Bitcoin? It is possible that we don't get euphoric. Why? It's possible, friends, that as we are going up and we are traversing, it's possible that there is a 1 or 2 month period that shoots Bitcoin up so much that it leaves everybody in shock. It has to happen quick. If it takes too long, there's a build-up and we get euphoric. You need a big candle like this. You literally need a monthly candle that just go, from 80K, we go to 120 by the end of the month. Bang. That's what you need. You don't need, you can't have anybody sit there, dawdle, and react to it. You know how I know this? It's already buried in the charts. Look at this. When Bitcoin broke its all-time high back in 2017, look at this. It did 2x in the month, and then it had another month where it did 65%, and then look at this. Bang, 46%. You see these 50%? Just kept going. It didn't let anybody sit and think about how high it was going. This also happened before. These candles kept going up. If you spend too much time, you can't get there. It all comes down to the size of the candle along the way. Look at this candle, for example. This is 175%. This is a 2.75x in 1 month. So now you can see there has to be, if we want this dream to happen, there has to be a month where instead of Bitcoin goes like 40%, it has to give us like 120%. Shoots us all the way from like 50K up to like 150K. That's the only way it's going to happen. If it takes too long, unfortunately, we get the distribution. We get people coming in to buy, but it means they're getting dumped on. What news event could send us up that much? I don't know. Unfortunately, the charts suggest we're going to keep diminishing our gains. All these people thought they were smarter than us. Look at the top left as well. This was literally Soy Bankman-Fried. Hi all. Today I filed FTX, FTX US, and Alameda voluntary Chapter 11 proceedings. This was literally his post. November 12th. The bottom, friends. The bottom. People were saying, nope, more to come. Let's go back here. This is the BD coin chart. Like, you have an appreciation right here. I was making this collage. I'm like, man, I better start collecting all these. I did, man. I did collect all these for you. Soy Bankman-Fried. Look at Cobie's post. He says, after 10 years, I think today is the first day where I have thought I might be done. Depression, friends. Depression. Look at this other dude, this smarty pants, Clark. If you are still in altcoins, get the F out. This is financial advice. Do you see that? That was at the bottom. That was literally FTX collapse, friends. I was sitting here, spinning around in my squeaky chair, drinking orange juice with 3 ice cubes, maybe 5. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, either I'm about to lose everything or this is the bottom. I can still read it. I can see it. I can feel it. I can smell it. Look what Edward Snowden said down here, by the way. He said, no, you can't see it. There's still a lot of trouble ahead, but for the first time in a while, I'm starting to feel the itch to scale back in. He literally posted that. Wild. Down here, BlockFi filing for bankruptcy and conducting major layoffs. Have a look up here as well. Keyboard Monkey, what did he say? He says, in my opinion, it's probably time to pack it up and move your trading capital besides long-term bags to greener pastures. Crypto is effing dead on arrival for a long while. November 13, 2022. November 13, the literal low. The literal low. You know what the low means? I know you like it low. It means you can't get a higher return from this point. He was calling it dead on arrival. What did Frankie Boo say up here? Frank Chocolate. Anyone else feel like they're done with this space? You see that? Look at this. Jim Cramer says investors should cash out on crypto while they can. November 15th, the low, the low, the low, the low, the low. My friends. Keep your back straight and please get your right palm and feel your left elbow. Is it still pointy? I hope it is. We can read it. Tom Brady. The laser eyes are gone. He removed the laser eyes. There was Twitter Spaces. Let's discuss the demise of crypto. Tell me why you're still hodling. Uncle Peter Schiff hosted it. Wow. Uncle Peter Schiff literally hosted it. I gotta pump you. I gotta pump you some music. Look what Ramp Capital said. Crypto died today. I don't see how it recovers from this. Generational wealth evaporated. Trust evaporated. Barstools. Is the FTX crash the end of crypto? Do you see this? Look at all these people, by the way. You have Uncle Peter Schiff, who's been around forever. You have all these people with reputational points saying it's over. And you have me, little peanut brain, saying, no, it's not. You're all cucks. That's right. You're all cucks. You're a soy boy. You don't know what you're going. You don't know what you're doing. Okay. Your elbows rounded. You got a hunchback. Tarnished brown slippers. You probably wear brown leather shoes on a Saturday morning for non-formal events too. It's tough, man. It's tough. Charlie Stross. It gives me great pleasure to say I told you so about the cryptocurrencies being a scam. And I called it 9 years ago. Oh my God. 2013, when Bitcoin was between $100 to $1,000. They're saying I told you. The only surprise is how long the bubble took to burst. But irrational markets always last longer than anyone expects. Well, Charlie, you're a cuck. Congratulations. By the way, right under Charlie, friends, The Economist is a turning point for cycles. It says at the bottom here, crypto's downfall. It's literally a picture of comets hitting the freaking earth, destroying the structures. You now have an appreciation for this. I made this collage. They called it the crypto extinction at the literal point of maximum financial reward. You can't get any lower than that. You couldn't buy any lower. I want you to think about this. Now, we can look back together. We can also pump more music. Please, friends, please, okay? I'm going to tell you something, okay? It looks easy, doesn't it? You're like, yeah, just buy low. In your investing career, in your friendship career, even in life in general, if you listen to too many people, you will become paralyzed. You have to sit and make a decision at some point. I like putting some simple indicators on. The bigger the time frame, the better. Buying bottoms though, it's easy. Why? Not really, it's not easy, but it's easier than selling the top because you're bullish on the industry. You know that. You know there's something going on. So you're like, I want to be a part of it. The hard part is saying, I love the industry so much, but man, there are too many weak hands here and I have to leave. That is damn near impossible. And you know, some people do it and they're fine. Small percentage. Most people do it, they get back in on the dip, they get wrecked on the way down anyway, and they capitulate. So when the next top comes, we are going to have the polar opposite of all these tweets. The polar opposite, I have to think about them for you to prepare, okay? Because I love you all. I make high-value content. Not putting out junky, putting out high-value content. We have to predict these. I want to see them before they happen. I want to feel the top with consent. Signed on the dotted line. Don't do anything weird. There are cameras watching. Okay. Why do you think I spent all my time thinking about, okay, what about if another country adopts Bitcoin? Top signal. Okay. What about they introduce a crypto index? Top signal. All right. What about an Ethereum ETF? What about if Jim Cramer calls for a $300,000 Bitcoin when we're only at 80,000? What if we find out South America is secretly printing and buying Bitcoin? Are you ready for that? There are many other top signals possible. We have to be prepared for them. The chart doesn't lie. The chart, it's saying we're diminishing. But the stories, they're not going to add up. You're thinking, oh my God, how is this a diminishing return story? Well, let me tell you something. We've got the best damn example in town. We had infinite QE here. 0% rates. We had 16 trillion of negative yielding bonds. Negative yielding bonds, 16 trillion. We couldn't even hit 2 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. I remember thinking to myself, I go, how do you expect me to believe this is the Bitcoin top when $16 trillion is parked to lose money, but Bitcoin is still not even 2 trillion yet? How do you expect me to believe that? Guess what? That was the top. That was the freaking top. The fundamentals don't matter unless you're talking about the people in the network. Trying to fight over the reasons you think they're joining, that's going to get you into hot water. We know now. Because you're never going to believe that this time isn't different. Right? So you now are armed with knowledge. And being contrarian, that's how you win in markets. Buy low, sell high. Sounds simple. I believe we have a bit of a difficult task ahead because you can't please every move. You either get out a bit too early, you get out a bit too late. You probably end up around the same, but it's not going to feel nice. So that's why most people are going to mess it up. But I think that with the right tools in place, with the right indicators, it's going to be fine. But you got to promise me one thing. You got to spend every waking moment thinking, how can you increase your bag size right now? Because it's so easy for you to stop watching my videos at the top of the bull market and say, you know what? My friend saw me. I don't like that he wants to leave the party. I'm going to go listen to this other dude calling for $150,000 Bitcoin. And in that split second, you've signed yourself up to basically be a dead man or woman. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. I love and appreciate every single one of you. We're going to make it. Don't worry.